In a quiet village in Turkey, a baby boy was born into a life of darkness. Esref Armagan entered the world without sight, never knowing what light, color, or shape looked like. Too many, blindness is a limitation, a barrier that prevents a person from fully experiencing life. But for Esref, blindness became a canvas on which he painted his extraordinary life. Esref grew up in a modest household. His family, struggling to make ends meet, didn't have the resources to send him to school. As a blind child, Esref faced exclusion and pity. While other children played games and went to school, Esref spent hours alone, exploring the world with his hands. He would touch everything he could find: leaves, stones, furniture, memorizing their texture, temperature, and structure. At the age of 6, Esref discovered his love for drawing. Using scraps of paper and a sharp nail, he began etching simple shapes. Over time, his curiosity about the world grew, and so did his ambition. He started experimenting with paints, using his fingers to mix colors and feel his way around a canvas. What started as a childhood pastime turned into a passion that would redefine how people viewed art and ability. Esref's single quote says, "Art defies logic." He creates stunningly detailed paintings of landscapes, cityscapes, and portraits, complete with depth, perspective, and shadow. For someone who has never seen a horizon or a human face, his work is nothing short of miraculous. But how does he do it? Esref's process is a blend of touch, imagination, and memory. He visualizes objects through his hands, building a mental image of the world. Using textured paints, he layers his work in ways that allow him to feel his progress. Over decades, Esref refined his technique, becoming a self-taught master. His talent eventually caught the attention of the art world and, later, scientists. Researchers at Harvard University invited Esref to study his brain, intrigued by how a blind man could create such accurate representations of perspective. They discovered that Esref's brain had adapted in extraordinary ways, using touch and spatial reasoning to process visual concepts. Esref's art began to gain global recognition. He held exhibitions in Europe, Asia, and the United States, where his work was celebrated as both artistic and scientific marvels. Despite his fame, Esref remains humble, dedicating his success to his belief in human potential. "Blindness isn't my limitation," Esref once said in an interview. "It's the excuse people use to limit me. I paint because it's my way of seeing the world." Esref's story is not just about overcoming blindness. It's about challenging the very notion of what's possible. He proved that creativity, passion, and determination are not confined by physical abilities.